Failure is an option here. If things are not failing, you are not innovating enough. When something is important enough, you do it even if the odds are not in your favor. If you get up in the morning and think the future is going to be better, it is a bright day. Otherwise, it's not. The first step is to establish that something is possible. Then probability will occur. Some people don't like change, but you need to embrace change if the alternative is disaster. If you're not progressing, you're regressing. There is no stasis. Persistence is very important. You should not give up unless you are forced to give up. I could either watch it happen or be a part of it. I think it is possible for ordinary people to choose to be extraordinary. I don't ever give up. I'd have to be dead or completely incapacitated. People work better when they know what the goal is and why. Patience is a virtue, and I'm learning patience. It's a tough lesson. You want to be extra rigorous about making the best possible thing you can. Find everything that's wrong with it and fix it. If something's important enough, you should try, even if the probable outcome is failure. Constantly think about how you could be doing things better and questioning yourself. Great companies are built on great products. It's okay to have your eggs in one basket as long as you control what happens to that basket. I think that's the single best piece of advice. Constantly think about how you could be doing things better and questioning yourself. If you need inspiration, don't do it. Life is too short for long-term grudges. I would just question things. It would infuriate my parents. Being an entrepreneur is like eating glass and staring into the abyss of death. You shouldn't do things differently just because they're different. They need to be better. Don't confuse schooling with education. I didn't go to Harvard, but the people that work for me did. I think it's very important to have a feedback loop. The path to the CEO's office should not be through the CFO's office. When Henry Ford made cheap, reliable cars, people said, "Nah, what's wrong with a horse?" There's a tremendous bias against taking risks. I say something and then it usually happens, maybe not on schedule, but it usually happens. Work like hell. I mean, you just have to put in 80 to 100-hour weeks every week. You want to have a future where you're expecting things to be better. What makes innovative thinking happen? I think it's really a mindset. My motivation for all my companies has been to be involved in something that I thought would have a significant impact on the world. The only thing that makes sense is to strive for greater collective enlightenment. If humanity doesn't land on Mars in my lifetime, I would be very disappointed. There have to be reasons that you get up in the morning and you want to live. Starting a company is like chewing glass and staring into the abyss. Persistence is very important. You should not give up unless you are forced to give up. It is possible for ordinary people to choose to be extraordinary. You have to be really tough to endure the pain of doing something you love. If you're going through hell, keep going. The only way you're going to stay ahead of the competition is by creating a company culture of relentless innovation. If the rules are such that you can't make progress, then you have to fight the rules. Optimism, pessimism, that we're going to make it happen. I don't create companies for the sake of creating companies, but to get things done. Talent is extremely important. It's like a sports team. The team that has the best individual player will often win. You get paid in direct proportion to the difficulty of problems you solve. I'd rather be optimistic and wrong than pessimistic and right. I'm interested in things that change the world. I'd like to die on Mars, just not on impact.